Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is James. I'm going to do some shout outs, and then I'm going to show off some of the plants that Mr. Mom had sent me from the Friday night auction at firedupfishtanks.ning.com. I don't have nothing planted yet. Everything, I'm just kind of acclimating it and deciding what I'm going to do and where I'm going to put it. Let me go ahead and get my shout outs out of the way. I've got quite a few of them. I've got J. Kirk 3348, Onik Islam, Fish Tank Pro 2000, V. Burble 1927, Xbox Miner 181, Tony Workman, Morgan S., Jeff Laliberte, I believe is how it's said, Hurricane 42, 788 Logan, Eleni Grimes, Natalie T., and Hughes Aquarium TV1. Oof, that was a few shout outs, huh? Yeah, I've been a little lazy lately, haven't had a chance to do them. I've been working on some Gigunda screens. Here, I'll actually show you, just so you see what I'm talking about. These are some massive screens that I've been working on for an artist. Look at these things. Go all the way up to 85 inches. See that one at the very top? Yeah, so that's what I've been working on. It's for an artist out of Brooklyn. She spray paints the actual screen material, and then once she sells the art, she removes the screen itself, and then I do the rescreening again. So anyways, that's what I've been working on. Alright, where were we? Oh yeah, the plants. Mr. Mom. Mr. Mom went out of his way. He actually sent me plants that weren't even part of my auction win at General. He sent me some really cool pieces of frog bit, and quite a bit of it. I think it's pretty awesome looking. I'm sure my fish are going to like it. That's just some of it up here in the 20-gallon. The roots, I'm digging the roots on these things. These are just wild looking roots. Check that stuff out. That is awesome. It reminds me of my duckweed. I've got tons of duckweed, so if anybody wants any of that stuff, you know, feel free to let me know. I mean, you pay the shipping and, you know, it's yours. I got tons of that stuff. There's a quick look at the narrow needle leaf and stuff like that, just so you see what's going on in the 20. Looking really good. The Val, you can see, is going crazy in here. There's the crypt. Right, sorry. Where's the crypt? Right here. Down underneath here. She's got this kind of bronze look to it. And the new green. Stargrass is jamming in here. Not as good as some of the tanks that might have a different thing going on with like CO2 and whatnot. This is only CChem XL, so. And then also that Luigia Repens right there. That's the one that I had stuffed up there. And check it out, look at the root coming off that thing. So that's pretty awesome. That's just up there on my little branch deal. Alright, then down in here, you can see I've got more of the frog bit chilling out in here. I've got fish down in here. Yeah, them babies are everywhere. See there, these guys are pretty big. I still can't tell what they are, but you can see them in the background. They're pretty big fish. But here's the frog bit. Some more of it. Really neat, loving it. And then up here, look at this, in this other plant container. Frog bit galore, man. He really hooked me up. I really do thank you, Mr. Mom. That's really awesome that you actually went that extra step for that. And another thing that he had done, which I've got up in here at the moment, is the pearlweed. He didn't have to do that. And he sent me some pearlweed, so I've got it acclimating in here as well in the stainless bowl, keeping up the temperature. Probably be a couple of days before I get to doing what I want to do with it, so but I'll keep that updated as well. And then also here's the Rishia, I guess is how you say it, the moss. He sent me a crap load of this stuff. Look at this. I mean, you're talking like half a Ziploc bag of Risha. That's pretty awesome, dude. Really neat. Well worth the money paid with the shipping and everything. He took the extra care for putting heat pack on it, the insulation, you know, he put everything in separate bags, made sure plenty of wet paper towel was on it. I personally don't use wet paper towel. I just put stuff in bags with a little bit of water, only because it's only going to be in there a couple of days, and it's actually worked. But I mean, to each his own is how they do it. He took the extra care of going that step, which I really appreciate. And there you go. There's a quick look at some of the fish going on inside here as well. Like I said, I have no idea what they are. There's some getting pretty big, and then there's others that are super tiny, like they were just born. So I don't know how many eggs I ended up with inside this bin, but let me tell you, man, they are everywhere, and it's like they just keep hatching. You can see all them little tiny guys in there. It's just like, what is going on in here? So hopefully they get big enough to where I can get them out of here and get them in a bigger tank soon enough. So that's what I'm looking at. But anyways, Mr. Mom, thanks again. I really do appreciate it. You shipped it out on, I believe it was Monday. Today is Wednesday. And they're here, man. They're awesome. They look great. I mean, look at these things. Frog bit is awesome looking. I did rinse them off like you had mentioned, but honestly I only saw 2 as far as the snail's concerned, so that's not a big deal. A couple little snails doesn't hurt nothing anyways. I mean, it's just extra cleaning crews inside these plant containers anyways, so it's not a big deal for me. But there you have it, guys. Really stoked for getting it. Now it's just a question of where I'm going to be putting them. I just wanted to mostly participate in the auction, help them guys out, and of course it's plants that I don't have, so better for me. It gives me something else different to try, and I mean, it's always a challenge, especially with these dirty tanks. You never know what's going to happen inside these things. I've had great success. I can't complain. Everything I've tried so far has worked out really good. So, yeah, I'm loving it. So it's looking good. This big 75 is doing really good. The manzanita is looking pretty weird because it's got that white growth going on, because it's got the red bark still on it. But it's easy enough to pull it off, so it's not a big deal as far as that stuff goes. I've got a power head in there that every time I wipe it off, it just sucks it out anyways right here. So, but everything's looking really good, really happy, loving it. Alright guys, with that, I'm going to get off here. I'm sure this video is long enough. Again, thank you, Mr. Mom. Really do appreciate it. Everybody check him out. Bye-bye.